10 secrets you missed in the trailer of Space Jam 2. Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. Definitely the most awaited animated sequel of every kid since the 90s, honestly. Every kid who watched the first Space Jam movie with Michael Jordan was absolutely stunned by it. It was because of the original theme of the movie, introducing the biggest legend of basketball of the time to the cartoon world of Warner Bros. Mixing the legend in the human world with the legends of the cartoons that we all grew up watching. In the first movie, Space Jam 1, Michael Jordan was trapped in the cartoon world and got out by winning a game with the Warner Bros. Characters against the little nerdlucks who went around the country stealing the talents of basketball legends. It was a great movie that people loved it, but despite its success, a sequel never came until now, with the basketball legend, the icon of our generation when it comes to basketball, LeBron James. The official trailer for Space Jam 2: A New Legacy has been released and tells us the story of LeBron James and his youngest son, who LeBron wants him to follow his steps and become a world basketball legend like his father, but the kid has other ambitions. He doesn't care about basketball. He dreams of being a video game developer rather than following his dad's footsteps. But for reasons that we still don't know, we have to see the movie for this, they are captured in the Warner 3000 server verse, a virtual world ruled by a villain called AIG Rhythm, who takes away his son, and LeBron James has to save him and take him back to the real world. For this, LeBron James recruits the Warner Bros. Cartoons like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and others, who are now in 3D and look absolutely amazing, to win a basketball game to be able to release his son from the Warner-verse villain. And inside this world, LeBron James would not only meet this handful of characters of Warner Bros., but many other cartoons outside the Warner Bros. World, going through amazing experiences with this new cartoon friends. The movie is one of the most awaited animated movies of the year, not only by kids, but by adults. Trust me, we all want to see this movie. The trailer for Space Jam 2 looks very good and original, but like in every trailer, there's things that you don't see or pick up on at first because they're very well hidden, and references that you may look at and say, well, they don't matter, but they actually do. So without further ado, let's get straight into the 10 secrets you missed in the trailer of Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. Let's go. In the second floor of the trailer, we see that LeBron is talking to his son in his office about the potential that he has as a basketball player. But like I said before, his son is not interested at all because he wants to be a video game developer. But this is not the interesting part. During the conversation between LeBron and his son, if we look behind LeBron, we can see a statue of a very famous Warner Bros. Character, Marvin the Martian, very notorious for his appearances in the Looney Tunes, known as one of the main antagonists of Bugs Bunny. Marvin is an alien from Mars who always has a Roman hat on his head. Since we don't know much about his old life, he probably got it from the Romans. Then, if we look at the left of the same scene, we see another statue of another character of Warner Bros. Called Dot Warner. She is the youngest of the Warner brothers and the only girl in the family. Since they've never disclosed the information, we still don't know what type of species she is. She could be a cat, she could be a tiger, we don't know. When LeBron is absorbed into the Warner Bros. World, he starts traveling across the space and passing by different planets of different shapes and colors. These are the kind of things that may go unnoticed once you watch the trailer, but you have to take close attention here. If we look at one of the first planets that LeBron hovers over, we see that this is the planet of Game of Thrones, with the name Westeros and Riverland written on them. Westeros is a continent in the Game of Thrones world located in the far west of the known world. The continent has two states, the Kingdom of the North and the Six Kingdoms. Then, Riverland is one of the regions located within Westeros. It was before a sovereign nation, but it was invaded by the Stormlands. Then, LeBron hovers over another planet, which if we look at closely, we can realize that it's the planet of the Flintstones, because the Flintstones' home is the one that can be seen propping out from the planet. Now, right after the scene that I've just mentioned, when LeBron is hovering over the planets, LeBron goes through a tornado and starts twisting around it. You may think that this scene doesn't have any sort of significance besides the one that we clearly see. Well, it does. When LeBron James gets into the tornado, we can see that the tornado is crushing everything around it. The houses, the plantations, and all. This is a reference to the movie Twister. Released in 1996, LeBron James is trapped inside the tornado revolving around it. The same exact scene that we see in the movie when the tornado comes and starts wiping everything in its way. Also, the color of the environment when LeBron James is in the tornado is the same as the poster of the movie. If you're still not convinced that this is a clear reference by Warner Bros. Placed in the Space Jam 2 movie, you're like, Jay, I can't believe this. No, this is not enough. Well, guess what's the distribution company of the movie Twister? Yes, Warner Bros. It owns the license of the movie, hence being able to reference it for the fans in the same movie. In the minute 116 of the trailer, we see a spaceship passing by some planets just like LeBron did in the previous scene. In one of these planets that the spaceship passes by, right in the corner, it's too quick to catch it, but we can see the name Maltese Falcon. This is the name of one of the most famous classic movies ever. Released in 1941 and distributed by none other than Warner Bros., it tells the story of a private detective who searches for a falcon containing diamonds and precious stones inside it. Then in the next scene, we see a planet which the spaceship passes by with two cities. If we look closely, we can see the logo of Batman being projected into the sky from the city, also having a dark tone, making us understand that this is the city of Gotham from Batman. Then, the second city at the bottom is more colorful and sunny. This is the city of Superman, Metropolis. They decided to add this little Easter egg for the Marvel and DC fans. In the scene when LeBron James' son is angry with his father and enters the data center, his father starts searching for him. The kid all of a sudden is absorbed into the virtual world and the father sees his son disappear in front of his eyes. Now, when he sees this, he gets close to the spot where his son disappeared and he says the phrase, "What in the Matrix?" What does this mean and why does he say this? Well, because the way his son was teletransported into the virtual world is similar to the way humans used to transport to other universes in the movie Matrix, released in 1999. The Matrix has been embedded in our modern culture as a masterpiece, even creating its own word in the dictionary. And if we see the scenes where the characters are transported into other universes, it's exactly the same way his kid was absorbed. That's why when he sees this, he ironically says, "What in the Matrix?" In the minute 138 of the trailer, we see one of the most iconic scenes, if not the most iconic scene of the whole trailer. We see most of the animated characters that all of us have seen at least once in our childhood, all together. First, we see the Iron Giant stomping on everything around him. You probably know him. Then we see the mystery machine of Scooby-Doo that they use to travel to places to catch ghosts and monsters. We also have the dragon of Game of Thrones. Then we see a lot of characters of Hanna-Barbera. We see the Yogi Bear right here. We see the Magilla Gorilla right here. We see Jabberjaw the Shark, Cheetara from the Thundercats. We also see the famous Flintstones. And if we look behind all these characters, we can see the Jetsons. We also have Mego from Smallfoot. And how can we forget about the legendary King Kong, who joins them in their adventure to finally rescue LeBron's son. This looks legendary, to be honest. In the minute 145 of the Space Jam 2 trailer, we see many characters in the crowd ready to watch the basketball game, and it looks almost impossible to find out who is in the crowd. But if you look closely at the bottom of the scene, we can see this pink dinosaur. Do you recognize it? No? Well, this is a dinosaur that Fred Flintstone uses in his job and slides down his tail in the series intro. This guy over here is Frankenstein Jr. from Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, another animated series of Hanna-Barbera. This other one right here is the Space Ghost, a character who, after having an incredible adventure in the universe, decides to start his own late-night show. And at the right of the scene, we can see the Warner Brothers, the main characters of the Animaniacs. A really crowded stadium, huh? That's the stadium with the most celebrities I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. In the next scene, when the golden guy starts playing with the basketball, we see more characters that are completely invisible at first sight, and you must stop the movie to find him out. First, behind the golden guy, we have the Joker of the first Batman movie, played by Jack Nicholson. Next to him, we can see the version of Catwoman that appears in Batman Returns. And next to this Catwoman, there is the other version of Catwoman, played by Anne Hathaway. Beneath the basketball hoop, we can see Robin from Batman with his typical outfit. And this absolutely white man here is one of the characters that appears in the movie Mad Max. Very famous movie. All of this characters in a 1-second frame. These guys at Warner Bros. Did a pretty good job of fitting all of these characters in one scene. In the scene before the one that I've just showed you, we have more secret characters chilling in the background placed by the directors of the movie to make us guess who they are. Behind the villain, we see Agent Smith of the movie Matrix. The blue monkey in the right is one of the monkeys that comes up in the Wizard of Oz movie. And this blue bald character right here in the back is Mr. Freeze from Batman. We saw him in the movie Batman and Robin, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And to the complete right, we see none other than Pennywise from the movie It. And we see that they put Pennywise with his latest appearance, and now with the appearance of It of 1990. Now, for the final round, I'm gonna give you all the secret and hidden characters I spotted in the trailer, okay? Let's go. Up here, we can see the Son of Casablanca, a classic Warner Bros. Movie, considered by many people and critics the best classic movie ever. On the right, we can see the Warner Bros. Tower where the Warner Brothers live. Here, we can see the castle of the evil scientist. It's owned by a crazy scientist that appears in the Looney Tunes, and he's the one who created Gossamer. Down here, we can see the character of the Mask, played by Jim Carrey. And next to him, we can see the two versions of the Batman Penguin. This one right here is from Batman Returns, and the other one is from the series of 1960. We can also see the Joker played by Joaquin Phoenix. Up there we can see Scooby-Doo and his friends enjoying the basketball game, and these three guys right here are the main characters of the famous movie The Clockwork Orange. Wow, that's a lot of characters. And well, guys, that's all the dose of DJ you get for today. I really hope you liked the video and all the secrets hidden in the Space Jam 2 trailer. There were a lot of characters, man. A lot of characters hidden in this trailer. If you liked the video, don't forget to drop a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Peace!